Okay, hello again. This is a short tutorial about using ebooks in class. Most of you know that the majority of our students are using ebooks now in our online classes. There are fewer and fewer actually every month that have the printed versions. I mean, as long as the pandemic lasts, we will be offering only ebooks to our students. So we should all get more familiar with how they work, for sure. You should all go through this tutorial, which is uploaded in Paideia for the students and in Campus Virtual, Zona de Docentes for you. Why? Because that way you will be able to guide your students better. In this tutorial, you can see how to access the ebook, how to register in the platform, how to activate their codes, the codes that are sent to them when they buy the material, and how to use the ebook in general. So it is important that you go over this tutorial yourself and have it on hand or know where they are so you can direct the students whenever they have questions. Now, another good idea, guys, is that you create an account in the Cambridge bookshelf. I mean, I think this is the best way because if you create your account there, which is free, completely free, you just have to go to, well, if you cannot copy this link, you just search in Google Cambridge bookshelf and it will direct you to the page. You just enter your information and you create your account. There you will have access to a sample of the A2 book. It says with answers, no? It's a sample. And it will allow you to explore this ebook and see all the features that ebooks have in case you don't know. This will be important because you will realize that ebooks have a different division and organization from the printed books that we used to use in our face-to-face classes. So when students ask you for help, when they say, teacher, I don't understand what you're saying, what do you mean? You know why they are not understanding. You know why they get confused. So I would strongly recommend all of you create an account and explore this by yourself. You can also then guide your students in the process of registration. Let's see. Helping our students to activate their ebooks. Do you remember when we were back in the classrooms? We used to spend the first 2 or 3 days helping our students to activate their accounts in CLMS. Remember that especially with the new students, no, in the basic 1 or basic 6, no, beginning a book, we used to spend maybe minutes showing them in our screens or in our TVs. I mean, how to register. We show the video, we show them the video. Okay, you register here, you register there. We help them to activate their products. We help them to join our classes. Okay, just the same way, because we don't have to do that anymore. We need to help our students activate now their ebooks. We need to help them register in the platform and activate their ebooks. I would strongly suggest you're spending some minutes of your classes, first days, asking, no? First you need to find out, no? Okay, how many students here are new or how many students have bought the ebooks? Okay. If the majority does, then okay guys, let's stop the class maybe 5 minutes before. It ends, okay, I'm going to show you how to register if you still haven't done it. Okay, and how to activate your product. You do it here and here and here. Okay, now let's explore how we can use it. Okay, you click here, you click here. So when I tell you students go to unit this, lesson this, okay, you know that you have to click here and look for the information here. This will help the student not feel abandoned, not feel lost, because when the student feels lost, they feel frustrated. So, but you are the ones who will, well, the best ones to give them comfort and to help them to feel better. We need to motivate our students to maximize their use in our lessons by pointing out all the benefits that ebooks have. Ebooks are really good. I know there are many students who are reluctant to use ebooks because they learn the old-fashioned way. No, they want their printed books. They want to write in their printed books, but we don't have that now, and we need to try to convince our students that they are good because they have a lot of benefits. For example, they can write down their answers and solve the exercises many times because, I mean, it's like the online workbook, no? So they do it again, they can do it many times, and this is very useful for review and for the practice, I think. We might mention the benefit for those who are absent also. We can say, students, for example, if you are absent, you didn't come to class, the ebooks can show you the right responses. Ah, really, teacher? Yes. So you don't need to ask a classmate for the right responses. Ah, that's a good point. Well, let me tell you, the platform can record the students' answers, but there is a trick, and I want you to pay attention to this. They just need, I mean, students, as they are in your class, they need to type their answers to the exercises. Okay. Then they click on save. Try it out. I want you to try it out. They click on save. And then, okay, they finish the class, they log out, they close their books, and they open the book again, and they just have to click on reload. They click on reload, and the answers will show again. So this is good. This is good for them. No? So tell them, because they are worried that their answers do not save. They save. Besides, in the tutorial that you are going to explore, you will see that the ebooks have other functions. For example, they can save notes. So they click on different parts of the book, ebook, and they display like a sticky note, so they can take notes of the answers or what you say. It's like an incorporated notebook, and those are saved too. Those notes are saved too. So again, if you explore the tutorial, if you explore the book, in the sample book, you will be able to help your students more. So our positive attitude towards ebooks will prevent some students who are still reluctant to use them from feeling uncomfortable with their use, for sure. So basically, what do we have to do? We have to give dual instructions and carry out activities in class. Yes, we need to identify in our classes which students have printed books and how many have ebooks. This is a must. So I need to do it the first day. So I see, this student have flip book, this student have ebook, this student have printed book. Okay. So once we know that, we will know how to give dual instructions, which means, which will consider those students who have printed books and those with ebooks. For example, instead of a general instruction that I know we have been accustomed to giving, which was open your books on page 23 or go to your books on page 23, we can say, okay, guys, those who have printed books, Mariana, Carlos, and Jose, no, you have printed books? Okay, you can go to page 23 and you can show your book. Okay, yes, okay. But for example, Julio, maybe Thomas, Victor, you have your ebook, right? Okay, come on with me, remember, and you can show in that moment your sample because it works well. I say you have to click on the unit, okay? Click on the unit, click on the lesson, no? Move, change pages until you find this activity, and you can show, you can enlarge maybe your active teach, and you can show exactly what is the activity they are supposed to be on. This is a little time consuming at first until they get accustomed. So this will be very good for students. This will help them feel reassured. Because if you simply say, go to page something, the student will be lost and they will say, oh no, my teacher has a different book. I don't know, this book is not the same, this book doesn't work, okay? This is important, this is necessary. So again, you can also spend a few minutes the first days of class, as I have told you, to show them your sample books and instruct them on how to find the exercises. Solve some of them, also help them to enter the answers, to save the answers, to then reload the answers. This will help our basic students especially feel more confident with their use. We can help them also to use the maximize screen option in their browser to enlarge some of the text presented in the ebook. We have had some complaints because the ebook itself doesn't have a magnifying glass option, but every browser, every window has the dots where you can maximize the screen view. So teach them, okay, you can here say it's 100%, you can click 125, 150, and then the text will show larger. Tips like that, simple like that, are very important, and students will appreciate it a lot if it comes from you. They come and complain by mail, and we try to help them from the academic staff, from the administrative area, but believe me, students receive these recommendations better from their teachers because they feel, they admire you, they trust you more. So overall, I say it's all about patience and keeping a positive attitude all the time. If you are always positive, encouraging your students, they will feel good, they will feel better. Okay, finally, when designing your PowerPoint presentations for your lesson, remember the last presentations we had. Try not to depend so much on the book. Try not to show your active teach so often. Try to prepare your own presentations. I know most of you do it, but in the presentations, try to insert images from the book which are relevant to the task. For example, instead of saying, okay, now go to your book, look at this page, take 1 minute, and then you ask questions about that, maybe you can prevent that by getting a screenshot of the image, putting it in your PowerPoint presentation, and showing it to the whole class and asking them questions about this. For example, this is time saving also because you don't need to ask those with printed books to go to this page and those with e-books to go to the other, try to explain any task to be carried out on your slide in the PowerPoint first before directing your students to their books or e-books. This is important. I recommend maybe typing the instructions for a specific task in the PowerPoint first, and then students at least know what they have to do as they are looking for the page in their books. This is important too, and also why? Because in that way they are in the Zoom screen. You know that the ebook shows in another screen. So for some students, it is complicated to change windows. Change windows. So they are, okay, my God, my teacher is explaining something here in the Zoom, but I need to look at my book, which is in another screen. This is frustrating. So instead, you say, okay, students, first, you have to do this, okay? Clear? Yeah, now, okay. Now go to your ebooks or go to your printed books and do it. This is different because students are not gonna feel in despair trying to look for the information in the ebooks as well as trying to understand the instructions the teacher is giving. That's another good tip, okay? Yeah, let's avoid, let's prevent our students from getting overwhelmed. Okay, guys, that's all in this short tutorial. Thank you very much for your time, for your patience, your commitment, and we are very sure that if you follow these suggestions, our students will enjoy more the experience of using ebooks. Okay, thank you, and see you soon. Take care.